You have this fight scene planned out in your head, but when you get the characters into place and the action starts, it doesn't come out the way you intended. It feels boring, like the characters are just going through the motions because you told them to. In this video, I'll tell you everything you need to know to create high stakes, captivating fight scenes and keep your audience on the edge of their seat. The first thing to consider, does this fight need to happen? It should be caused by either the plot or character choices, and it should further the story or develop the characters more. It should feel to them like it's unavoidable. We as the audience should be getting something out of this fight. We should be made aware of the stakes ahead of time and made to care ahead of time. There will be fights that happen spontaneously, though, of course, and there will be fights that are a long time coming. As you're going through it, though, you want to keep in mind the concepts of setup and payoff. What are you building up to, and what are you promising? What does your character have to lose in this? Losing should mean something. And what does your character have to gain in this or win in this? Victory should mean something. How a character fights tells us a lot about them. Do they have skill or no skill? If your character is a normal person, odds are they can't fight, just straight up. And even if they do have training, the vast majority of it gets thrown out the window the second an actual fight breaks out, and things do end up getting sloppy. You want to show the desperation. Nobody wants to lose, especially when losing does mean severe injury or death. And stay grounded in reality. A fight against one person is hard. A fight against a group is kind of near impossible. If your character is going to win a fight against a group, you're going to want there to be a pretty good reason for it. Skills, training, luck, or just straight up outright brutality. Does your character fight dirty or clean? Do they have a big opinion on honor, especially in combat? Or are they going to bite, poke people in the eyes, and kick them in the nuts? Yakuza 0 does a great job of demonstrating this difference. There are two characters that you play as, Kiryu and Majima, and the way they fight is vastly different. Kiryu is 18 years old, young guy, tough, not necessarily the most skilled. He fights like a real brawler. He uses his strength and endurance to his advantage, but it's less refined. When he punches, he swings and he muscles through the fight. That displays inexperience in a reasonably subtle way. It's not outright hidden, but it's also not in your face. Especially because at the end of the game, you unlock the fight style from Yakuza 1, which is a very clean, crisp, well-trained fight style, light on your feet, efficient movements. And that really shows the character coming into their own and developing as a fighter and potentially as a person. Majima, on the other hand, is kind of on the other end of the spectrum. He is 24 and he's already a well-known and well-respected businessman, and he is known as Sotenburi's Lord of the Night. He wears a tuxedo at all times and he keeps his hair under control in a tight ponytail, not even a single stray hair. But the second you see him fight, you realize it's all a facade and that whole act goes out the window. When Majima fights, he is crisp and precise and his movements are fast. You can tell instantly that he's been in countless fights before. And what's more, all of his propriety and whatnot completely dropped. He will ram his thumb into his enemy's eyes, and do a bunch of other dirty tricks in the fights. And they even literally call his fighting style thug. Even without a single line of dialogue in this instance, they're showing exactly who the characters are at heart by giving them moments and situations and mannerisms where their true self shows through. If the fight is a long time coming, foreshadow it, build up to it, and make sure to hype it up along the way. Fate Zero is considered to be one of the best battle anime ever. It has S tier fights the whole way through, and people are still debating to this day which one's the best. Kirei Kotomine and Kiritsugu Emiya is a standout even among those, and it's a real masterclass in what happens when you spend a whole series building up to a fight and deliver on it perfectly. The two characters even have scenes where they are researching all of their opponents, including each other, and as they look at the dossier for each other, both of them know this is going to be the most dangerous opponent I am going to have. They're both reflections of each other and each other's ideas, and they're both at the absolute pinnacle as far as it goes with fighters and with mages. Their summons, or servants as they're called in that, are two of the most dangerous in the war. Emiya has King Arthur, and Kotomine has Gilgamesh, the demigod from the Epic of Gilgamesh. Both characters are incredible and captivating on their own, and that's why people care so much. Each of them have high stakes, and the writer went all out on the fight. He held nothing back, and both the characters give everything they've got. A fight that you build up to should push your character to the absolute limit. Leave nothing behind. Even if there's going to be a round two with these same two characters, give it all right now at the start, and then you're going to have to find a way to outdo that later. Do not hold back. You can't hold back when it comes to writing and making art in general. I know as a writer, it can sometimes feel like there's no way to top what you just did, but you really can't hold yourself back. You have to let yourself be in those uncomfortable positions. That's where you grow. That's where the story comes to life. And that's where the coolest and best stuff happens. Remember, your fights should have a narrative purpose. It should be caused by the events leading up to it and by the decisions leading up to it. And fight scenes are, first and foremost, scenes. They have a beginning, a middle, an end. The tension ebbs and flows. They can be quick and abrupt. They can be more drawn out. There's a lot of variety in them. The person who's winning might change. It could even change back and forth a couple times throughout the scene as well. Just make sure that, like with your other scenes, you're telling a mini story and it's its own contained thing. Some authors like to write their fight scenes blow by blow. Others like to give a bit more of a general overview and then go into blow by blow for the most important parts. There's benefits to both. Blow by blow can be more immersive, but it can have worse pacing. The general overview can have better pacing, but it can lack immersion sometimes. Like with everything, it depends on execution. I personally like to go blow by blow because I find that it's more cinematic and it's more fun. The way that I execute it and the way that I go about things is what controls the pacing for me. But having that granularity can be really important, especially in scenarios where I have characters using very high-end fencing techniques and I'm really trying to hammer across that technicality. This is just another one of those things where you're going to have to go out there and write, get some experience, see what works for you, develop your own story or your own style, sorry. See what you like, what you don't like, and that's really all there is to it. As always, thanks for watching, and make sure to give a like and subscribe.